So we say goodbye to the allotment today. You know, since COVID, we haven't really been able to come up the allotment, me or my members. We have sent someone down to trim it and tidy it up. But before we could hand in any kind of notice, I mean, they did ask us, do we want to give up our allotment? We said no, because it was useful for our members and their mental health and well-being. I mean, I was getting out there every week to try and get out with the isolation mode, and got a message today after seeing this. People have been on the allotment and removed our contents before we we'd answered back to the email to say we want to keep the allotment, but we then got told that our allotment had been abandoned. Well, it wasn't abandoned because we had trimmed it previously. We had informed the allotment person that we'd been down and we want to keep the allotment, etc., for our members. And then somebody had been on our allotment and tidied and took what they wanted and took our lawnmower and put it in the skip. And it had to be somebody with some clout on this allotment as to what they're trying to do. It's almost like it's like an eviction, and really pressurized, but they had no concept of disabled people, how it's going to affect them or not. No concept. You know, we put a lot of work into this, and now it's now because of COVID we weren't able to come up here so frequently, so it, you know, it's not that bad. We pulled it, cut it down, but this is our goodbyes really to this allotment. I mean, it was all tidied and paved in slabs and sectioned off, but the grass overgrew it. This bit here, as you can see, that was our girly plot, but it overgrew a little bit. You know, a grape tree there, some mint there, and then they said, and a rhubarb, some vegetation, and they said there has to be more agriculture than it is anything else. Well, sorry, but I do see a lot of icicle Ronnie's tree. Look, it's got some buds on it. You know, we planted this with one of our members who passed away. And these R's gone. Ronnie, one loving memory of Ronnie. You know, and so, you know, this allotment meant a lot to us. We did have a shed up there that had to come down. You know, we were trying to, as you can see, shed, so it has to be emptied. Then all the paving slabs have to be pulled. They were all going all the way down the garden. I will show you before and after, as you will know. But you know, somebody had come in here, been on the allotment and piled all this up. So it's deliberate. It's not a simple, oh, let's go and sift through the allotment. It was deliberate of get off our land. That's how it felt. Get off our land. They have no concept. And they talk about, well, when during COVID, what due diligence do these people do about the vulnerable people that come down here? Vulnerable people that come down here. Did they check to see if they passed away? Did they actually check to see if they were well or any of that? No, just nasty emails sent to say, your allotment's been abandoned. It wasn't abandoned. And no beans at all was it abandoned. We had already sent that we were going to do it. So you know what, our allotment, goodbye allotment, goodbye. Somebody else will get pleasure out of this allotment. I mean, it's very hard work. We did a whole year work of it. And what do you want to say about this? It's not live. I've just got it in the video.
Disappointed, really, that we've had to give it up. It was equally as much work now to give it up than it was to start it, and by giving it up also we recognise how much work we put into it, having to dismantle it now, but it's the thought of feeling as if one has been run out of the site, and that has been pretty much clarified unofficially by the communications that I've had up until today, 3rd of July 2020. So just got rid of some more gear, and I think pretty much other than Ronnie's tree, which I'm going to extract in a moment, that realistically is it. I know the community payback team will be coming on Sunday, believe it or not. Again, that was arranged
before we give up
before we give up the tenancy voluntarily. So it's as if we've been evicted in our absence with no communication, and I've been here and communicating long before that decision could have been made, because one of the allotment secretaries is here on site, pretty much lives here. So,
and they know it's that we have the allotment for members, not single people. And like I said, we look after vulnerable people.
Yeah.
And you know, they had no consideration during COVID times. You know, did they actually even know if we'd passed away? No. So when they send snotty little emails, to be honest, they should have a little bit of empathy before they start pointing the finger. And one of the emails that I got back, which actually names and shames a member of their committee in our email. And I have to be honest, if this was me in that email, I would be absolutely disgusted that I've been named and shamed and said that I'm not up to speed. But it's not me. But hearing that, and I work with people, it's not my business, it's not me going to sort out, but hearing that, that's the kind of stuff we say, you know, don't write horrible things about people. If you're going to clean up something, do your due diligence and know the facts before you start pointing the fingers and taking people's lands away. How do I feel? They're taking our land from us. Yeah. Our land, we paid for it, and even at the end of the day, if we hadn't had a reminder of any rent or anything like that. So, you know, for me, you know, they stole our land again, guys.
They stole the land.
They stole the land.
They stole the land.
How many times are they going to steal the land? Do you know how many? I really don't want to say it, but you know what? There was quite a few of us members that are upset seeing the footage and the video of stolen property from our land.
Yeah.
You know, and I was really upset and disgusted. And
I think what it is as well, when you see the caliber of people that is here, you wouldn't expect that to happen. Unfortunately, it has happened. So, you know, they say never judge a book by its cover, and in this instance, it's also the same thing. Hang on, let me just get my space because I've got to dig Ronnie out.
You've got to dig Ronnie out. Okay, I'll get that one. But you know, Ronnie, where we go, you go. So you won't be staying here where we're not wanted. They've run us off the land again, Ronnie. That's right, Ronnie. They had run us off the land again, Ronnie. So we will be taking you with us today. Yeah? Land. The only person that has the land is the God Almighty. That's right, the Almighty. And this, people that are going to stay on the land and rob from you, your face look pale now.